Hey y'all.
What's up, young host? Welcome to our brunch episode.
Welcome back.
We're here. It's daylight.
It is daylight.
We don't we don't usually do this during the day, but we're free.
We are.
We're available.
I'm not gonna lie, I woke up like an hour ago.
I woke up at like 6:45 because I'm trying to retrain myself.
Mm-mm.
Um and I
Yeah.
laid like a starfish on my bed, like dear Christ.
Yeah. I mean, I already told you the debacle with Clay. That was at like 6:30 this morning, and then once that was done, I went back to sleep, and then I woke up fairly recently because I'm like, bro, he wakes up at like 3:34 and he moseys around and then he really amps it up around like 5, 6:30. So I usually have to wake up to wrangle whatever the situation is, and then I go back to sleep. But yeah, girl.
Kick. I see you over there. Don't you get any
She's getting into it.
Yeah. She likes to be clean. What can be said?
I mean, her cousin is the same way.
What can be said?
Especially if after a bath, I'll pet him and he'll immediately be like, and start licking himself.
Don't touch me.
I'm like, okay,
Dude, and you know what? Who doesn't like to be clean at the end of the day?
this is true. I would hope everyone.
Well,
I
look,
said I would hope.
I've been to Six Flags on the 4th of July, and let me tell you,
That is not the case.
that's not even a place where people go that like don't believe in aluminum and deodorant. Like that's just a place where people
Unfortunately.
people do believe in carcinogens and deodorant. They just don't wear said deodorant.
Right.
Lord, and let you be in line. We're not even on the topic of the video, but Lord, let you be in line after
Well,
somebody went to damn Hurricane Harbor.
see, I was just about to say that. I was like, don't let them go to the water park either, because then it's just a wrap.
Well, because then they think they're clean because they've been in piss water all day.
Did you see that lady on TikTok who brings like shampoo to the pool with her kids so they can like wash their hair and everything while they're in the pool? And they're like, and she was like, oh, that means we have like shower time covered already, so they can just go to bed when we get home.
I'm real sick of you bitches.
This is why I'm very finicky about pools.
Okay, I really want to go to a community pool though. Like, I have half a mind
I
to
will not be
text.
doing that here.
Well, I want to go to the one that's by my mom's house in the suburbs.
Hmm.
And I have half a mind to text my sister after we finish recording to see what she's doing next
Hmm.
weekend.
Will you let me know how that goes?
I just love the fact that I can finally go there and participate in Adult Swim.
Fair.
I stopped going before I was of
Fair.
age. And now
My building has a pool, and in the 4 going on 5 years that I've lived here, I've never gone to it because it's just like 1,000,001 kids in there, and they have adult time, but I think it's like an hour before they let the kids come in, and I'm like, then it's just a bunch of elderly people in the pool. No, no shade against elderly people, but like they don't make it seem fun.
you know what? I'll tea all shade because the elderly are also shitting in the diapers the same way that them kids in the pool in the afternoon are shitting in the diapers.
And then we have the community pool at Central Park, and people are pooping in the pool, like full on, vlogging it. Sorry, folks, but like, that's disgusting.
See, but also I love swimming, but I would never want a pool
No,
at my house
no,
because I'm not taking care of that.
no. And I feel like this will probably sound so like, I don't know, snotty, but I want to swim in the ocean more than I want to swim in the pool. I love swimming in the ocean. It feels so right.
See, I live right off of, granted, Lake Michigan's not an ocean, but it might as well fucking be.
I'll swim in Lake Michigan.
It just doesn't even get warm until August. So,
Yeah,
like, I sit here all summer.
that's something I definitely miss. Going to the beach and going to like swim in the lake.
Oh my God. Going to like the concrete beaches with like the steps so you can like jump off.
Yes.
Maybe that's what I'll do.
I love Montrose Beach.
Yes. Love Montrose. Love Foster.
Oh, yeah.
I love Hollywood during Pride Month, even though it's always gay there because it is the gay beach. Literally, the lighthouse is painted rainbow.
I love that though.
Yeah.
I love that.
I do think it's funny that, like, going all the way up Lakeshore Drive, all of the neighborhoods right off the lake are gay, except for Lincoln Park.
That is true. I
Lakeview,
never thought about
gay.
that.
Uptown, gay. Edgewater, gay.
Yeah.
Rogers Park, gay.
Hey,
I live amongst the right people.
I never thought about that. I love that.
Dude, that little
Wow.
fire twirler event I was at last night, gayest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It was magical. Everyone around me
Mm-hmm.
and my little friendship polycule. Everyone surrounding me on all sides of the picnic blanket,
Mm-hmm.
gay. Everyone behind them, gay. It was
It
fantastic.
was a lovely evening.
Dude, I never feel scared at night when I'm on the north side because I'm always in the gay areas. And I know
You
Troy
know what
Sivan is not going
though?
to get me.
I feel like that's true. Like you can just kind of mosey pretty freely. Obviously, have your wits about you, people. Keep your head on the swivel. Be safe at all times. But like, it's like I'm just here to have a good time, and I'm able to have a good time,
Yeah,
and I can be safe and walk around free.
no, literally. That being said, if you see me walking around, don't come jump me because I will handle that.
Yes, you will.
You best leave me alone if you see me out at night.
Yes. Oh, hey, Queen Kiwi.
Both of you get out the shot. Go lay down.
She was like, "Let me just step over here real quick,"
Go lay down.
and then you have cake serving face over in the corner.
I took her collar off the other day because I wanted her to feel free for a little bit, and now I can't find it.
You said, "Here's a taste of freedom." Remember what that felt like?
Dude, I literally was like, this is what you'd be like if you weren't domesticated.
What's crazy is Clay takes his off himself, and then I have to look for it
Okay,
because I'll just be like, "It's a little too quiet," but I see that you're right here, and I look at his neck, and I'm like,
why are you naked?
"When'd you do that?"
Cake used to take hers off whenever she was mad at me, so I couldn't find her.
That's a very Cake thing to do.
Dude, when I lived in a bigger apartment, it used to scare the dog shit out of me because
Yeah,
I could never find her.
yeah,
And I'd be
and
like,
it would be like Big Brother, the surveillance state, just like propped up somewhere or like watching you
basically,
from a corner.
I learned that she would hide behind my couch because it was like the way that I had my living room at my last apartment set up, quite very similar to this, but
Mhm.
it was a lot closer to the wall. There's about a cake-sized gap in between
Mhm.
the couch and the wall. And every time she'd take her collar off, apparently she would just hide behind there, which I didn't figure out until the last time she did it. And I was like, oh my God.
You've just been back here the whole time.
I was like, oh God, oh my God, dude. Like, I would run outside because I had a porch and a backyard at my
Mhm.
last apartment. So I'd like run outside and I'd be like, cake, cake, please. And I was
And
living on
she be
the,
behind the couch like she doesn't even know I'm here.
bear in mind you, I was living in like the hood of the west side. So they probably were like, here's this white chick screaming her ears off. Her ears off? Whatever.
Yeah,
Here's this chick
period.
losing her
Right.
mind. Scream about some cake.
For Clay, it's under the dining room table. Like if I ever can't find him, he'll just be like, because the chair is so dark under there, and it's also like dark wood, and
Hmm.
all the chairs are always pushed in. So I'll just like peek under there, and he's just there like can I help you? Like paws crossed. And if he's not there, then he's usually like perched up. He has to be like watching at all times. He purposely positions himself to make sure that he can see everything and everyone at all times. So,
I don't like that.
me either. Because I'll just be in the kitchen. I'll be like, Clay, where are you? And then I turn around and he's directly in my like eye line, just sat in his little pouch, staring at me like, you can proceed. I'm right here.
I'd be like, can I? Can I proceed?
Right,
Is that allowed?
right. Well, folks, today the topic is music.
We're gonna sing a song. Just kidding, no, we're not.
This is gonna be our skinny rendition of um I don't know, breaking free from High School Musical.
Yeah, guys, actually tune in, and this is a sing along episode.
Right. The lyrics will be on the screen if you're watching on YouTube.
Could you even imagine?
I could actually.
Dude, that shit would get taken down so fast.
Oh my gosh.
UMG would be like, you bitches thought. You bitches absolutely thought. Yoink.
Right. Snatch that. Um, oh, what are you into as of late?
I'm actually extremely tired of all of the music I've been listening to. I don't know if you have those moments where like you're really into what you're listening to, and then
Mm-hmm.
one day it's like, I don't ever want to hear this music ever again.
Yeah.
That's like where I'm at because my Discover Weekly on Spotify was on a fucking roll for the mood I
Mm-hmm.
was in a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now all my recent songs is from that, are from that. Girl, let me check this coffee. I am not speaking proper English right now.
I think for me, like my algorithm across the board, be it Instagram, mostly TikTok, has been introducing me to so much stuff. But I will say of my regular, like, okay, let's also establish Kyra's a Spotify girly. I'm an
Hmm.
Apple Music girly. Although I do have Spotify, I don't use it because I have so much stuff on Apple that like it doesn't make sense for me to stay on Apple Music. But everything in my favorites, I'm just like I feel the same way. I'm over it.
I'm sick of her.
Like I look at my favorites and like I will say Reach Out by Victoria Monet has been on replay.
Okay, work.
Um Party in the Corner by Anderson .Paak has also been on replay. I've been listening to a lot of disco lately.
Ooh.
A lot of disco. Like um obviously like Donna Summer, Odyssey, the Jones Girls, Shaka Khan, Phyllis Hyman. Um, yeah.
See, my shit is very much all over the place as I'm looking at as I'm looking at my things. Like I yet again, okay, so like every 3 months I do
Mm.
get back into like a Toro Imoa phase.
I love them.
Every so often I'll
Hmm.
discover an album that I forgot about and I'll
Hmm.
just run that back repeatedly. And the album this time is Mahal.
Great album.
Love that.
Great
Love that.
album.
I also rediscovered Infinity Song.
I love Infinity Song.
I love them so bad. I also love that they're siblings.
Hmm.
I cannot
And
imagine.
also the sister Momo.
Hmm.
Love her album or EP
She is just so
single.
talented.
She's so talented. I
Don't
love her voice.
like how do I make 4 kids who are all talented that can then be in a band together?
It's giving Jackson 5.
I cannot be
I
though.
love it.
I cannot I cannot be Father Jackson to my
No,
kids.
Father no, we're not no, we're not doing that. But I
No,
love that they're all so talented and they
right.
make such good music.
Oh my god, so good. I keep walking around my house, singing the end of their Dreams cover. When they do
Mm-hmm.
live, when Momo's like, wow. Dude, it's like
I
people think that when you live alone, you sit in silence. Not in my,
no,
not in the world I'm living in.
no. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to my cat.
Dude, you
I'm talking to the
would be
TV.
somebody were to bug my apartment, they would get no useful information from
No,
me, but they would absolutely get a lot of weird noises, a lot of
they
weird
get
voices.
entertainment.
Dude, sometimes I'll sit. I don't really wear. Sometimes I'll sit and I don't really wear headphones when I'm home alone because why?
Hmm. Right.
But sometimes like I'll get home from somewhere and just not take my headphones out.
Hmm.
And I start singing along and then I realize how loud I'm being and I'm like, oh my god. Really glad I'm living alone right now.
Yeah. I will say I do like Tyla's new album. A-pop.
I have not given that a listen yet. I have to.
She did it again with Zara Larson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love
Okay.
that. Crazy of Me featuring Mawu. Love that. That is a great album. Um, I've also TikTok has introduced me to so many like international artists as well. Like
Oh yeah.
we've been talking about all the groups that we've been introduced to, like Cordis and Psychic Fever and who are the other ones that we were talking
We
about?
we were talking about Girl Set.
Girl Set,
There's there's that other one.
Santos Bravos.
That
We love
Voyager
them.
song.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Who
my
are you?
gosh. Full Circle Boys.
Yes.
Yeah,
See, it just like really pisses me off that these kids are so young.
right.
Like,
It makes me feel like an auntie. Like that's those my nephews.
it makes me
Go
feel
nephew.
elderly. It does, and mind you, we're not even that old.
We're not.
But then you like see the ages of, for example, Cordass, and they're all teenagers except for one.
Like 16, 17, 18 years old. And it's like when they're also super talented.
It's like imagine if
Like,
my family let me develop a skill that would have gotten me famous.
right.
Dude, everyone would be retired right now. I'd be doing a little
Like,
jig.
and also on the topic of Cordis, have you seen the discourse around them lately?
I have seen that their tour seems like premature.
Well, yes, definitely. I agree with that. Like
Yeah.
it's one EP. What, 9 songs? You
Well,
can't tour with that.
they do have two EPs,
But in total, how many songs though?
less than 20.
Right.
Although Cat's Eye
So
did the same thing, and they're under the same management, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm kind of curious as to
what's
how they like fumbled.
what's crazy is Cat's Eye, Santos Bravos, and Cordis are all in the same company.
Hmm.
That's very interesting to me because they're all so different. And I
Yes.
feel like when it's come to like K-pop groups in the past, there has been some sort of common thread or like theme among the groups.
Hmm.
And I like that they're all very different.
I agree.
But also back on Cordis, yes, the discourse on their tour being premature. I also heard they tried to open up a mosh pit,
That's
which was
really
very
funny.
interesting.
That's really funny. That's so
Which
funny.
is very interesting to me.
Dude, they're here in Chicago currently.
Which I feel like that would work here. I think that would work in Chicago. I think that would work in like the like mosh pits. I don't, and y'all clock me if I'm wrong. I don't feel like that's a huge thing in other places. Maybe like Europe
Yeah, I actually
or
have,
like,
I have no clue.
because I feel like here everybody's will open up a pit of some sort.
See,
Like,
I think my big beef with mosh pits, I say, as I'm wearing my cut up Rob Zombie t-shirt. My big beef with mosh pits as of late is why is it why is every genre opening up a pit?
it's not warranted for every genre.
I come from the punk scene.
Hmm.
Okay. My music taste has expanded over the last decade because I'm a woman of multitudes, but
Exactly.
I hail from the punk scene and my friends hail from like the hardcore punk scene
Hmm.
and like the beatdown scene. And
Hmm.
so there's like those pits. And then there's like white boys in
Just kind of, bumping
Bulls
into each other.
jerseys jumping around going, "Hey, hey,
Yeah,
hey," and they called that a mosh pit. And I feel like mosh pits should be reserved for punk music.
agreed.
I feel like mosh pits should be reserved for Rico Nasty concerts.
Agreed.
I would even accept a mosh pit at, oh, also Denzel Curry. I think also free
Also
reign,
agreed.
free reign. But I think beyond that, mosh
Vic
pits
Mensa. Let me add
also,
him to the
yeah,
list. Yeah.
also yes, and Vic Staples.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I think unless you are directly being influenced in your music taste
Hmm.
by punk, leave the mosh pits to shows where there are real instruments on the stage.
Yeah. I think because I watched their Zane Lowe Apple Music interview, and I was very fascinated by the influences that they named off because I think, and this is also me like sounding old, the artists that they chose were not only incredibly like broad and diverse, like across this, like it was punk, rock, pop, jazz, um, funk, R&B. Like there were so many artists that they named off that they were inspired by, and I can kind of connect the dots,
Hmm.
but I'm also like, all right, what song out of the songs that they've released warrant a mosh pit? So I was like, let me investigate myself. The only thing that I can kind of see is TNT because it kind of has that like, okay, like I'm bumping this. I can kind of see a pit opening up a little bit, but not really. But if you were gonna open one up, it would be to that song.
That has such a slow BPM.
But there's something about like the bass in it where it's like, okay, like that would get me
I
hyped,
could see that.
but
I could also see their song Fashion having a mosh
I
pit.
could see that.
But also I just don't see
Mm,
K-pop stans.
opening up a pit.
No, and I think also I think that there are a lot of very talented up and coming groups and
Hmm.
artists. Me talking at the side of my fucking neck as if I am a part of the movement. But I feel as though I've kind of noticed a lot of these groups and even like solo artists do not even a little bit have a grasp on their core audience. Like cor- a mosh pit at a Corda show. Y'all
Yeah.
want like, and that's the thing. I do love them. I do love that they are bringing like rap influences
Hmm.
even more into K-pop. But
Hmm.
then to ask your fans when you've been marketed as teen boy heartthrobs to teen girls,
Which is also odd.
they actually, in my opinion, Cordis would have been much better marketed towards boys.
I agree.
And I don't like boys to have anything. But I
But
think,
I agree.
yeah. But then they couldn't do their cute little dances.
But see, that's the other thing about Cordis. I feel like as someone who was very much a part of the K-pop movement in middle school and high school
See,
and
I'm
was
new.
on Stan Twitter, um, I've and stepped away from my position in the community once I got into college because I
Mhm.
was like, I'm not liking where it's going. Um, when I first started liking it, I discovered it in like seventh grade. And
Okay.
around that time was like, to those of you who may have been in it back then, we had like Infinite and Shiny and oh my God, why am
Is
I
that the
blanking?
same era as
Like Girls'
21?
Generation.
To anyone? 21?
Yes,
Yeah.
21 and Big Bang. Like there were still like a a broad range of like vibes, but there it was also like fun and quirky and like uniquely like K-pop.
Yes.
And then as it started to evolve, and then you had groups like BAP, EXO, like all these kind of, I don't know, like more, dare I say, like westernized ish groups. Um, would they still had the kind of like K-pop feel, but
Mhm.
it was also more of like a Western guise that they were following. And then it just kind of like it kept going from there. So to go from what I was introduced to as like Wonder Girls, Big Bang, FT Island, all that kind of stuff, to seeing like Cordis or even like Long Shot be put out,
Mhm.
where there's this, maybe it's the generation too, where everyone's so connected and young people across the globe kind of like share a vibe.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And I agree that they would have been better off kind of marketed towards like their age group and like boys, because I could see other teen boys like looking up to them
Yes.
because they don't give heart throb to, but I'm also not the audience, but like I can't imagine like if I had a kid their age. I mean, I guess if I had a daughter, she's like, oh my gosh, Martin. I'd be like, okay, but they don't give like teen heartthrob. I feel like there needs to be some sort of like bubbliness, and they
Mhm.
don't give that. They're just like a group of boys that you would see at school that probably sit at the lunch table and make beats. And who identifies more with that? Boys that age.
Right.
So it's really just like fascinating to me.
I think that's very fascinating. I also think the drama of K-pop fascinates me as well.
It's a lot.
Okay, so for reference, I am not a veteran as Miss Dawn. I had the flu a few months ago that I
hmm
got from my sickly little nephew. Love you.
No.
But no, literally went to visit with my family, came home on my
hmm
deathbed, thought it was allergies, woke up the following day with like a raging fever and wanted to kill myself.
Oh, girl.
Um, so reminder, get my flu shot this year. Um,
Get that flu shot, people.
Girl, I will be getting that flu shot. I will be getting that COVID booster. Y'all will not catch me
Yep.
getting ill. My TikTok algorithm, because my sleep schedule was so off because I was so sick and I was sleeping all the time that I would wake up at like 1 or 2 in the morning, not
hmm
be able to go back to bed because I just slept for 10 hours. And when you get up on TikTok after 11:30,
Yeah.
your algorithm says, "Want to see some?
Want to see something new?
Want to see some?" And I
Yeah.
ended up on K-pop TikTok,
hmm
and I was like orbiting because
hmm
I, prior to Manon's hiatus,
hmm
quote unquote hiatus,
Right.
um, I was bumping the Cat's Eye Girls. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
gameplay. And so I was like, oh, this is tea. But then I was like, then my algorithm was like, oh, you like Cat's Eye? Prepare to meet the entirety of
Mm-hmm.
everything you've ever wanted to know about K-pop. And I was like, I've never
Mm-hmm.
wanted to know any of this. And then I discovered Cordas. And then
Mm-hmm.
I discovered Islet and Lucero.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel as though like should we not be concerned that it seems as though all of these groups constantly have someone out on hiatus? Because
Mm-hmm.
like Mocha's missing from Islet. One of the girls, I think it was Chewan, was missing from Le Sserafim.
Mm-hmm.
Metal is still missing from Cat's Eye.
And it's always health related, whether it's physical or mental, or some drama went down and they were
Like,
being mad shady.
all I'm gonna say about that is justice for Menel.
Agree.
Because I don't give a fuck about that group if she's not in there. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
I'm so sorry. And you know what? I did watch Dream Academy, and I get why I can see why people are like, oh well, in Dream Academy, blah blah. Okay, well, they had been done and had been a group for a year by the time Dream Academy came
Mm-hmm.
out, and clearly it was no issue.
Mm-hmm.
So what's good? So what is good? And so if she's out that group for real, then I just will be done at that point.
Yeah.
She was the
I
first one.
didn't even look at their new music video or song they put out. I was just like, I don't see my sis. I'm not watching.
It's just like say something, like
Right.
acknowledge, like either acknowledge she's not coming back or acknowledge that
Mm-hmm.
she is. I feel as though they keep bringing her up
To
whenever
keep it
something new,
relevant, to keep the group relevant.
like
Yeah.
quit. Switching gears though,
Mm-hmm.
um, is there something that you found you really liked in middle school that? Because I feel like middle school is when you really start to develop your own tastes.
Mm-hmm.
In my humble opinion. Is there any music that you discovered in middle school that you're still running back today?
Ooh. You know what? I would say like late middle school, like eighth grade, going into freshman year. I know that this group, this band, was very controversial still to this day. But let me tell you, they held me down. The 1975.
Oh yeah.
Their first album came out when we were freshmen, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think.
And I remember, I don't know how. You know what? I think my mom played Chocolate randomly. And I was like, "Who is this?" And she was like, "Oh, it's this like British band that I found." 'Cause she was very much that girl. Like when it came to YouTube, she was like, "What's this? What's this? What's this?" So she would always like discover stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
then I would discover stuff. And like she's actually how I got into K-pop
Oh, I
because she
love.
would be up grading papers all night. And we had the Arirang at the time, like channel, which was the Korean channel where they would play like all the music videos and like the Mnet like live performances and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so one night she was like, I was channel surfing and I found this group. I think you would like them. And it was Infinite. And that's how I got into K-pop. Anyway, so she did the same thing with the 1975 and I listened to that album from front to back
Oh yeah.
for like a year. And every album that came out after that, I feel like dropped at a very pivotal time in our adult, like young adulthood,
Oh
because you
god.
had the first album, we were like freshmen. The next album, when we were like probably what, junior, seniors. And then the album after that, we were in college. And that's when I went to their concert when they came here. I went with Artana. And that's when somebody else is on that album. So you
Mm.
already know it it was a wrap. So any of the 1975 albums from that eighth grade freshman year to their last one, I run that back happily.
Yeah,
Whether it's a live album, just their regular album, like anything in 1975, I'm gonna play it. So,
felt that.
yeah.
Felt that. I think actually mine is Charlie XCX.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Charlie XCX since she dropped Nuclear Season.
Yeah. Charlie's
So,
been that girl for a long time.
so all you new fans out here who only discovered her through Brad, I was here.
Which is wild.
I was here for years. I've
And
been.
you know who else? Marina and the Diamonds. I will run her back too.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
her. But then also, you already know, girl. Look at me. I was a big Pierce the Veil fan. I was a big
Yeah.
Pierce the Veil fan, and I actually have, may or may not have been listening to them yet.
You know
uh,
what though? I'll also like my pop punk days, and I was a Hot Topic kid.
oh yeah.
And I like Linkin Park, Fall Out Boy, Paramore. Like those were that was my holy trinity then.
Hmm.
And I'll still run those back now.
My holy trinity from of like the big bands at least
Mm-hmm.
from that era was like My Chemical Romance
Mm. Mm-hmm.
and Fall Out Boy. Although my Fall Out Boy phase did not last as long as it did for others. I'm not sure why, but it just didn't. And I never got into Panic at the Disco the same way a lot of people did.
My Panic at the Disco phase was short.
It was very short lived.
Not that like it was bad or anything, but it was just like,
I think something in my spirit just knew Brendan Urie was going to grow up to be a real tool.
right,
And so the
right.
spirits were like, nope.
We're like, all right, let's get off this path quick.
Although, because I was on Tumblr from a very young age, I felt
Mm-hmm.
into a lot of like pop punk and then hardcore because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I found bands like Have Heart and Hundredth on Tumblr, and like, I found like Car Seat Headrest on through Tumblr. I also found Have Mercy and Comeback Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck else? Oh, and then also like my Midwest emo found all of that through there. Like Real Friends, get the fuck on my face. um and like Title Fight, may she come back soon? I beg. Because technically Title Fight never broke up. They went on a
Mm-hmm.
hiatus. The hiatus
Mm-hmm.
has been now 11 years long, but I do have hope. Although I will say, you will never see me acting as financially irresponsible as if they announce that
Oh well,
going back for like
it's
a couple.
warranted. It's allowed.
No, like I'm not even kidding. My rent could be due in the next 12 hours and I will spend it all. I will spend it all. I will be like, hey, landlord, I'm so sorry, but something pressing came up.
And I gotta do what I gotta do.
Like I have to. I have to. Um, what's the other what are the other ones? Modern Baseball, found them on Tumblr as well. Which
Mm.
is what fucks me up when like the kids on TikTok find like when your graduation by Modern Baseball was trending on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely wanted to like find a structure and jump off of it because I was like, there is no fucking way. There's no fucking way you guys are finding this for real.
It's like when they were making those TikToks that were saying like, oh, to be a teenager in 2012 or 2016. When I saw those, I was like,
Bro, these kids wouldn't make it if they were teenagers.
they weren't. They wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Dude, the creative slurs that people were coming up with within those 4 years. Y'all, we didn't get woke until like 2015. And it was real short lived.
Yeah.
We got woke for all of 1 year. We legalized gay marriage, and then they were like, "Nah, bro, we got to bring back white supremacy. This can't."
Like, that was truly like, maybe this makes us sound like our parents, but that was such the golden age. Like, 2011 to 2016 was so, it was such a delicious time.
It was just like everything felt fraught with possibility. That being said, though,
Everything was fun.
I am going to disagree with Temmie and my sister because after our episode came out, she also agreed that the best time for music was 2016. I do not agree.
No.
I do not agree.
Like, we did get fed that year, but it wasn't the best year.
We definitely did get fed that year. Frankly, I don't think I can pick the best year for music because
I
I
will
feel
say
like I get
the
fed
summer
every.
of 2016, though. I feel like everybody across the board agreed. The summer of 16,
Oh,
fabulous.
when did that
Fabulous.
fucking? I gotta find out. When did the song come out? Because the summer that the summer of 2017,
Okay.
you're at the park with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You're underage, you can't drink. You go to a
Uh-huh.
concrete beach. Someone's walking by with a Bluetooth speaker and sits down right behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Slide by Calvin Harris starts playing in the background. Do you slide on your
You
mess?
know what? To match that vibe, let me see, what year was this? They had to be the same year or somewhere around it. Oh, okay. Was this on the same album? No. But also Summer 17, Calvin Harris, Hard to Love featuring Jesse Reyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, we had the best music for house parties when we
We
were
did.
in our late teens into early
But
20s.
the kids don't do house parties anymore.
Dude, the kids barely do anything. You bitches can't do
That is
anything.
true.
Like, oh my God. Like,
They
I
don't
remember
know the joy of blasting music in a Walmart parking lot.
there was nothing more telling that you are going to have the best night of your life when you show up to a house party whilst in college. And
Hmm.
all of a sudden you hear the opening notes of Swang by Ray Shremmerd. You are about to be drinking a culmination of alcohol that should never be mixed in
Yes.
the form of jungle juice.
Yes. With the most major headache after. But
You've
you're
got
young, so you can bounce back.
you've got on all matte makeup. That modern
Hmm.
renaissance is putting in work. That Kylie lip
Brows,
kit has
brick.
you bro, your chapped lips are only ever more present
Hmm.
because you got that dry ass Kylie Jenner lip kit pasted on your shit. There's no blush to be seen.
With an attempt to moisturize them with an EOS lip balm.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You're spritzing your Bath and Body Works
Hmm.
body spray.
That Urban Decay all-nighter.
You are wearing ripped skinny jeans, pre-ripped, mind you,
Hmm.
and a going out top with some sort of cutout in the chest.
And it was usually the one with like the collar and then the cutout is like the U shape.
You shop exclusively at Forever 21.
Yeah. Or if it wasn't a cutout top, it was a deep V-neck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I remember those tube tops, but then on the back it had that thick ass turtleneck.
Yes.
See, you were in a sweaty old, but then as you hear Swing come to an end,
Hmm.
you hear, I got hoes calling.
The
Some
way
words
I'm
I can't say.
having war
Oh.
flashbacks.
Suddenly, every white man in that room has an N-word pass because why?
And they spawn from they spawn from the corners of the ceiling. They spawn from the bathroom, a random bedroom, and all of them come together like a symbiote
Yes.
and jump in unison.
Yeah.
And they're all wearing jerseys of different kinds
Mm-hmm.
and skinny jeans
Mm-hmm.
and either a Converse or a Jordan.
Yes.
And they're very greasy.
Yes.
And for some reason, all of us girls flee to the to the walls
Well, because what do I
and
have to
watch
do?
in horror.
What do I need to be mixed up in all of that riffraff
Exactly.
for?
We're just observing.
Dude, and you couldn't
Yeah.
escape that song during that time period. Dude,
No.
I was going to house parties. I then briefly befriended and had a roommate who was like with the fashion hoes and the fashion
Mhm.
men. And so the way that I would go to these like pop-ups, like in people's
Mhm.
apartments, Pilsen was like big for artsy people back in the day.
Yes.
And so I was going to a lot of events, one because I lived over there, and two because if it got popped, it was so easy for me to just like skirt down an alley and get back home.
Mhm.
Um, Even at those events,
Yep.
I went to a Stranger Things themed Halloween party and I could not escape that song.
It was everywhere.
It was shocking.
It
It
was everywhere.
it was the culture. Everyone shut the hell
Like,
up and like put their arms out and were like, "Oh, fuck, shit, bitch. Yeah, I'm shy
and you
wet and
couldn't
I'm getting
tell
really rich."
anyone in like it was like, all right, this is it was almost like a ritual.
Oh yeah.
Like
That one
everybody
and
lock in.
that one and Finito,
What a time.
bro.
What a time.
Dude, it's like you couldn't even hit people in the mouth like you should have for saying the N-word that shouldn't have because it like it was just
You would be smacking everybody in the room.
you'd have to windmill.
Literally.
It was shocking.
Like fist out, spin.
Yeah.
Like,
I was at this house party, ironically, that was a block away from where my last apartment was, and I
mhm,
didn't realize that because I had never seen the house in the daytime until I
right.
was like getting off the blue line and I was like, wait a minute.
I know this.
I've taken this path before.
Right.
Um And I walked past the house that I used to go to house parties at, and I was like, first
Mhm.
of all, how did all of us fit up in here? Because
Mhm.
I remember this being so much bigger.
Yeah. But
But
we
then,
also like really wiggled all of our ways into such tiny
oh yeah,
places in the name of partying
oh yeah,
that it was like, oh, we were determined. Because I can't even think of doing that now.
no, I don't even like going to the club when it's like that anymore.
No, no. But do you think there's a song that's comparable now to like the songs that we used to party to when we were youngins, true youngins? Because I don't think there is.
I don't think there is, but I will say a defining song I think of younger Gen Zs that are now adults but were
Mm-hmm.
teenagers for like when COVID started
Mm-hmm.
is that unreleased Playboy Cardi song. The Oh my god, what is that? The like everybody was doing TikTok dances to it. Fuck. Now I have to
Now
go.
that I think about it, that little Uzi song, I Just Wanna Rock.
That was more recent though.
I feel like they all hopped to the dance floor on that one, but it's not nearly as like no,
Oh,
they definitely swarmed the dance floor for that one.
Molly. That's the Playboy Cardi song. I'll send it to you. You'll remember.
Okay.
As soon as I send you this song, you're gonna be like, "Ah!" Dude, I used to smoke a lot of weed and drive. Don't do that.
Don't do that, people.
Don't do that. But
Don't do
during
that.
the pandemic when there was nobody on the road, I used
Mm-hmm.
to smoke a lot of weed and put on SoundCloud and listen to that Playboy Cardi song.
Oh, SoundCloud. Do you still use SoundCloud?
You know, yes, from time to time
Mm-hmm.
I do. I fun fact about me.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan knows this, but the listeners don't. In like late 2018 into 2019, and then also during the pandemic, I was a big, big raver. Like
Mm-hmm.
huge. Um, Thank you, Artana, for introducing me to this lifestyle that we lived
Shout
for,
out to our girl.
frankly, a little too long. But and so I started actively using SoundCloud around that time
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of their like VIPs and a lot of their like remixes on stuff you couldn't
Mm-hmm.
put on Spotify
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of these like DJs and producers didn't have the clout to get the samples cleared.
Mm-hmm.
And so they just put it all on SoundCloud, which was fab. Um, but then I decided I can DJ. And so then
Mm-hmm.
I started using SoundCloud religiously because that's how I got all my tracks. Um, and then occasionally, like, there'll be a song that I will hear somebody, like, an independent artist
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok, and they'll only put it on SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll use SoundCloud for that from time to time. Um, I do actually kind of miss the era of SoundCloud rappers because
And also Dat Piff. I did use Dat Piff too.
I've never used that a day in my life.
It's like where all the mixtapes would go. I think it's still like up and running.
I need to
There was
make
some
a note.
good mixtapes on there.
I need to make a note. I
Yeah,
just love anywhere where I can find a good remix to something. Um, I love a remix bad actually.
that's what I still use SoundCloud for, because also like a lot of the DJs that I follow on like Instagram or TikTok, they'll put their like set on SoundCloud.
Mhm.
Um and so I like going there and listening to stuff. Like remixes that I can't find anywhere else, or even like live performance, like audio, I can find on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a like if you can't find it anywhere, you can find it there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love SoundCloud. I think though that part of the reason I miss like SoundCloud rappers is because at least they like stayed on SoundCloud for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Um Now we just have to hear them.
Now we just have to hear them.
Like, can we put Takashi 69 back on SoundCloud? I hate that he has clout.
I
Oh my
haven't heard anything about that man in a while. But I'm also like I took him out of my brain.
I just like I think of like some of the rappers that like happened around that time, and like I'm so glad that we got Lil Uzi out of that because I think he's an adorable man.
I mean, yeah.
Um, but I would really love if we could put like Kodak Black back on SoundCloud and out of the
Mhm.
radio.
Mhm.
Um, you know what though? I do love Mario Judah as a bit. I
Not as a bit.
I do think his little whatever that is, I find it really entertaining.
This little whatever that is.
Yeah,
Work.
I couldn't tell you what it is, but
It's
whatever it is.
something.
I just
Yeah.
think it's really I think he's really funny. I like that for when he first like got on the scene, he walked around basically in a Spirit Halloween costume. Um I saw recently that he's trying to grow wicks, which I think is really funny.
Speaking of which, well, I mean, he's not trying to grow wicks, but do you remember Spooky Black?
I do.
Where is he now?
I don't know, girl.
Where is that man?
I don't know. I have the same question about Six Lack, bro. I know his name is Black, but first of all, stupid ass way to spell that.
Wait, didn't he drop an album within the past couple years?
Did he?
I feel like, am I imagining that?
See, my biggest beef with with Black, I have to stop saying Six Lack because that's not how he says his name. My biggest beef with him is every
Oh, you
man.
did.
Oh, period. Good.
2026.
That's it.
Right. And 2023 was before that. I'm like, I feel
Oh,
like I've seen him.
I haven't seen
He
him at
dropped
all.
something.
Whoops. No, my biggest beef with him isn't even his fault. Like every toxic man I've ever like hooked up with or like saw
Mm,
regularly would send me his songs and be like, "This made me think of you," and I'd listen to it
yeah.
and I'd be like, "Why the fuck would you say that to me?
Yeah.
Like, why would you say that to me at all? What about this?"
I remember the man that I was dating at the time sent me a Lucky Day song, and now I only and it was Roll Some More.
That's crazy.
And he was like, "This makes me think of you." And I think
That's
he
crazy.
and you look like the girl in the music video. And I said, "Interesting. Okay." Um, yeah.
A man with a septum ring sent me "Linger" by the Cranberries and said that it made him think of me, and I was like, "You're fucked up." I still love that song, so it can't be ruined for me. But
I do love that song, but
I,
that's
I thought it was so funny. I was like, "You're wild for that. You should have kept that to yourself." I did used to
oh,
have so back when I was like kind of a dog. Actually, not even kind
girl.
of. I was straight up a dog. I used to have a Spotify playlist
Hmm.
where whenever I was done speaking to somebody after they had done served their term, um, it was a playlist I called "I'm Not Ghosting You. This is Goodbye," and like the little description was, "Here's some good music though," as a consolation.
I kind of love that though.
And it was a lot of like, it was a lot of really good music.
Anyone listening, if you have the playlist still,
Yeah, if you received that playlist for me, could you DM our pod account and let
oh
me know
my
if you still
God.
have that? Because I've sent it out quite a few times.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's iconic, actually.
Well, because I'm not a big fan of ghosting. And so I wanted like
Yeah.
a way to like, although I have ghosted.
We just got so foggy outside all of a sudden. Oh my God, they're coming. I'm like, okay,
Oh my God, they're coming.
they're coming.
Dude, well, granted, I have ghosted. I have.
Hmm.
However, I ghost when somebody's not getting the hint.
Hmm.
Um, I'm very to the point where like
Hmm.
when I'm when I'm sick of something,
Hmm.
I start to make it very clear that I'm not interested anymore. Where
Hmm.
it's like, hey, do you want to get together? No. Do you want to go do that? No. And so if you're still not getting it after that, then I ghost because it's like
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
not
want to hang
listening in
out
the
with
first
you.
place. Yeah.
But I used to have a very big moral dilemma with ghosting.
Hmm.
And I was like, how do I like cut things off without
Bless you.
cut that out, cut that out. But I used to have this like major moral dilemma about like how to like cleanly exit a
Hmm.
situation
Yeah.
without like ghosting someone. So in my 21-year-old mind, I was like, I know what I'll do.
I'll make a playlist. This is my exit music.
Yeah, no, I literally did send a playlist full of exit music
Hmm.
um to people that I didn't want to talk to anymore.
Please tell me Closing Time was on there.
You know what? Do I still have this playlist?
Because that would be
I
hilarious.
know Long Way to Go by Cassie was on there.
Oh my God.
I don't know who I thought I was.
That girl.
Like,
Hello.
Like sometimes I think about that shit and I'm like, who do you who do you think you are?
Oh my God. What do you, what like songs come to mind
Oh,
in like certain situations? Like say it's, oh wait, hold on. I'll
so
pause.
so Shake It Off by Mariah Carey. That's what
Girl.
I Don't Love You Anymore by Tyler the Creator is also on this playlist. Oh my god. Oh, and then for people who really weren't getting it, I also put Leave Me Alone by Flip De Niro.
I thought you were gonna say Michael Jackson. That would also be
Ooh.
great.
No, I didn't. Doo Wop by Miss Lauryn Hill is on here. Best to You is on here. That's crazy. Oh, the very last song on this playlist is Thank You Next by Ariana Grande.
Uh, but you know what? This is so well curated. There's a story. There's a narrative.
It's very much like I don't like you. Stop talking to me.
Goodbye. Yeah.
I'm sorry to the probably. Oh my god, there's multiple saves.
Oh,
I'm not about to reveal that number because that'll say something about my body count. That's really funny though.
oh my God. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll try doing that for myself, even though I feel like I have no use for it now, but it's nice to
You will.
have it on hand.
You will. I gotta make a new one. God forbid anything happens.
Stay prepared.
Dude, I should make one for the men who crawl out of my floorboards like cockroaches every time I go to Wicker Park Fest.
That would be funny.
Like I'm literally busy with a new man that I've had for 3 years.
Entitle it like, Why Are You Here?
I'm not gonna fuck you. Leave me alone.
Like,
My man will beat you up. Leave me alone.
you need to leave.
You need to leave. Girl, sorry. What was your question?
Oh, I've forgotten it now. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, what songs like remind you of certain situations or like people?
Mm, so I will say Ceilings by Lizzie Alpine.
Mm.
I remember for the longest time, whenever I would drive with Artana in the car, I'd always
Mhm.
speed up when that song starts to get intense, as if I were running.
That's crazy, but I love it.
um, oh my god. I mean, it's on my Instagram, but Heart to Heart by Fiddlehead reminds me of Tyler.
Mm.
Um, actually, most of Fiddlehead's discography reminds me of Tyler. Um, what else? What else? What else? Loud Bark by Mannequin Pussy reminds me a lot of like me being 23
Mhm.
because that was like very much the vibe that I was on,
Mhm.
where I was like, you can't lock me up, bitch. And then Control, the entire album,
Mhm.
reminds me of being like 20 years old.
Yeah.
There's never a moment since I listened to that album front to back when it came out that has not been a defining factor for every year in my 20s.
Mhm.
What about you, girl?
That's a good that's a good lineup. Um, I think oh, there's so many. Slit Skirts by, oh my God, I want to get his name right. Why am I blanking? I listen to this song all the time. Slit Skirts, Pete Townsend. It reminds me of my mom. That
Mhm.
was like her jam. Well, one of her jams, but it's such like it's such a good song. Um, Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight reminds me of my grandma. Because
Aw.
whenever it comes on, mind you, shout out to my grandma. We love my grandma. She's not the greatest singer, but when this song comes on, you hear her wherever she is at the top of her lungs, hitting all those notes.
I know that's right.
Um, I Want You by who are these? There's all these After Seven. I Want You by After Seven. My granddad sings that, who can sing, sings that at the top of his lungs. And ever since, I don't know, the song came out, that's in his like eternal rotation. And that song came out in, what year was this? 2015.
Oh,
Ever since 2015, anytime I've been in the house and that song is playing, I can hear him in whatever crevice of the house he's in, like hitting those notes, doing those runs. Um, a song, honestly, a couple songs remind me of just like me in Houston frolicking around, but I think, oh my God,
oh, Benny and the Jets reminds me of Houston now.
yeah. Yeah. Sassy Bomb by Dr. Buzzard's original Savannah band
Oh.
reminds me of like me in Houston, just kind of like getting up to what we get up to around the town.
Hmm.
I think honestly, whenever I think of you, me, and Artana, any like Destiny's Child song comes to mind, but specifically Lose My Breath because I feel like
Absolutely. You know what? Absolutely.
I feel like the three of us would just be like, that's just our energy whenever we're together,
Hmm.
just crumping
Yes.
and like getting up to it. Um, as for my animal, you know, Hug Me with Pharrell and what's his name from South Park? Trey Parker
Mm,
reminds me of Clay.
yeah. Yeah, because
Every time I hear that song, I'm just like, yeah, it gives him. Um, I think that's it. I'm at a very like somebody else, how much can a heart take phase. And you found me at a very somebody else era of my life. So I'll go with that. And it's a classic. It's always going to be on repeat.
now I'm wondering like what phase I'm in. How do I feel? Sonically, how do I feel?
Right?
I feel like I'm feeling very Pulaski at Night by Andrew Bird.
Oh,
I'm feeling very hmm, I'm feeling very How to Teleport by Jane Remover.
okay.
I also love Jane Remover right now. Love.
Work.
I I don't know what happened. I didn't like hyperpop for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
My only exclusion to that rule was Charlie XCX's like early discography.
Mm-hmm.
However, as of late, oh, oh, dude, I'm walking down the street listening to E.G. Cook. Like,
And you know what? Just to add a couple like sprinkles, I'll also add Novocaine by Frank Ocean. I feel like that kind of fits the current
mm,
state. And also just for like hee hee ha ha, um, Pillow Talk by Lil Dicky.
Donovan, I need you to be so serious.
No, because hear me out. That song is so ridiculous, but there's something about the brain that I resonate with that that I'm just like, no, I understand, you know?
See, see, but people don't understand what a cultural phenomenon that was when it came out.
Like,
Dude, people were walking around saying this bitch don't know about Pangea. Like,
but I feel like I've had to say that a couple times as of late, and I'm like, no, like I get it.
yeah,
I get it. I
yeah.
do. I really do. Um, yeah. We are women who hold multitudes.
We really are.
We really are.
We really are. This is actually
We,
perfect timing because it is Lala weekend
it
in
is.
Chicago right
Oh,
now.
how I wish I could be there.
I don't.
Period. Fair. Fair.
Okay, listen though, it has nothing to do with the lineup because I'm actually quite pissed that, okay,
I love the lineup this year.
I do
I don't
too.
think they've had a bad lineup in the past few years.
I don't disagree. Here's my beef though. Some of the bands that are playing at Lollapalooza, I
Hmm.
think, is why this year's Riot Fest lineup is kind of cheeks. Because Lala
Mm,
got Die Spit, they got Geese, they got Turnstile. Like they got all these damn
mm,
people that should be in Douglas Park with the
mm,
rest of us tattooed folk. But
mm-hmm,
instead, these underdeserving 17-year-olds are getting them instead. What the
mm-hmm.
fuck do y'all know about Die Spits? Like, what do any of you know about Geese? Y'all would not last a day in a pit listening to Trinidad. Get out. Get out.
Oh,
None of
they
you
leave.
none of you are going to appreciate throw yourself to the sword like I would have.
Are they going in diva detention?
Actually, yeah. actually, yeah. Because
Actually, yes.
this is a great segue. My diva detention is the only reason I don't like Lollapalooza is
Mm-hmm,
because of the crowd of teenagers that are there.
mm-hmm.
I cannot stand the way that teenagers act in public, specifically at Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
I and it's because they're all from the suburbs. That's the problem.
Let me tell you, that Metra is gonna be hot and hot. Like,
Hot
it's
and
gonna be
smelly.
muggy. It's gonna be smelling like liquor.
The poor
Like,
maintenance people are gonna be cleaning off like a Costco-sized buzzball. Like,
I
but
feel so bad for the Metro workers around Lala and St. Patty's Day.
mm-hmm,
Like,
mm-hmm. Well, especially because you're allowed to drink on the metro now.
what?
Yeah, they're no longer ticketing people for it. I think this very
Wow.
much was one of those like picking of the battles situations. Um, yeah, people don't care if you drink on the metro anymore. They don't check IDs, they don't give a fuck. To those who are underage though, don't drink on the fucking
Don't.
metro.
No.
Because what's gonna happen is y'all are gonna get on in fucking Naperville, and in the hour and a half it takes you to get to the city on the metro, you're gonna spill everywhere. You're gonna leave White Claw cans all over the place. I just like, as a bitch who has worked downtown
Mm-hmm.
during Lala,
Same.
Lord, the year they extended it to 4 days instead of three was the worst day of my life.
Getting home from work I felt like I was in a war.
I worked
Like,
at the worst Lala weekend of my life was when I was working at the Panera Bread on State Street that no longer
mhm,
exists because it got shut down after the pandemic.
mhm,
Um, that year was also the year that Lala went from being Friday, Saturday, Sunday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
mhm,
It was also the year that Ariana Grande headlined.
mhm,
When I tell you, also, we were going through a cafe remodel. So there's all of that happening. We had 17-year-olds passing out in the bathrooms. We had like teenagers on Molly that were inconsolable and were trying to like steal tables. It was just way too fucking much. It was way too fucking much. Yeah, girl, I see that draw drop. There was a man in a Bulls jersey
oh, it's
and
right.
and khaki cargo shorts who was rolling tits and tried to literally pick up one of the tables to leave. We had to have somebody Narcan in our bathroom. It was like, please, please get out. And then because Lala always ends when everyone else is like closing for the night,
Mhm,
people would be leaving Lala at like 9:58.
mhm,
And because I literally worked a hop, skip, and a jump away from Grant Park,
mhm.
9:59. 9:59. 50,000 people come in.
Yep.
And we have to sit there like, you can have a soda, a tea, or you can leave because
Yeah.
everything's backed up. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
And then let you try to get on the red line home.
Unless you try to get on any form of public transportation home, the Metro's packed, Red Line's packed, Blue Line's packed, Brown Line's packed, all of it.
The buses. Oh my God.
Forget a bus
And then
because
if you
they
try to,
also close off like that section of Michigan Avenue too.
yeah,
So it's like where it's just flooded with people.
it's just too much. I think the only way you could get me at Lala is if I did like the VIP plus experience where I can like
Mhm.
sequester myself from
Yeah.
teenagers. Because that's like, of all of the music festivals I have gone to and continue to go to in Chicago, the ones that I go to tend to have an older crowd, I've
Mhm.
noticed. Like, I remember I went to Pitchfork for the first time when I was 17. Rest in peace, man. But I was one of, if not the youngest person at
Mhm.
Pitchfork at 17 years old.
Mhm.
And then when I had gone back in my 20s, roughly everyone was about the same age or
Mhm.
significantly older.
Mhm.
Riot Fast. There's definitely still youngins there, but it's also mostly people in their like 20s, 30s, 40s.
Mhm.
So I enjoy those a lot. I don't like Lollapalooza because every person from every high school to ever exist from the suburbs finds themselves in Grant Park,
Yeah.
and I can't do it.
But you know what's also interesting that I didn't because the last time I went to Lollapalooza was when I went with my mom. That was the last time I went. And she wanted to go see J-Hope because he was headlining. So we went. And I also, well, we both love Måneskin, the Italian rock band.
Mhm,
And then we also went to see Hot Milk, which is like a British punk band.
mhm.
And so we went. And I was very intrigued that they had a kids section. Now, I know apparently this is not their first year doing that, but I've just never noticed it. But we were walking to, I want to say, well, you know, the two major stages are at the polar opposite ends of Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
So we had just seen Joe Keery.
Mhm,
And we were walking from there to T-Mobile stage across the other way to go see Måneskin. And as we were like walking and making our way and like getting water, going to the bathroom, there was this little like bubble that was like kids' place, and they had like some Yo Gabba Gabba situation going on. And I'm like, y'all bringing kids to Lollapalooza? Like,
I
this is
don't
kind of intense for a child.
see, and that also like bums me out because like I love to be anywhere I can smoke a joint, you know? a music festival, you will never see me more stoned a day in your life than at a music festival. Because those drinks are fucking expensive.
They are.
Dude, I remember when I had the type of money that I could spend with abandon and I had gone to Riot Fest all 3 days. Dude, I spent like $800 on beer.
It's ridiculous. And the food too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what?
Like everything is just through the roof. And I'm like, bro.
So yeah, if that is why I enjoy a music festival
Hmm.
because I sit there, I smoke my weed, I drink my beer, I shake my shoulders,
Hmm.
and I have a grand old time.
I
I
really
don't
do want to go to Gov Ball. I haven't gone to a festival here.
we have to do
Um,
that.
I wanted to go to Global Citizen the year that Måneskin was performing. Um, and then I don't know what happened. I think I had to do something else that day and I couldn't swing it. But then I went to Central Park that day and I saw the line to get in. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I
She's
was
safe.
like, this is crazy. This is actually ridiculous. Like seeing it wrapped around Central Park, waiting to get in. I was like, oh, girl, it's not worth it.
Yuck.
It's just not worth it.
Yuck.
But Gov Ball, I definitely want to go to.
I do really want to experience some of the other big ones. Like, I would love to go to Gov Ball. I want to go to Boston Calling.
Mm,
I would, you know what? I would even be down to go to Coachella. I can't even lie. But
I would
I want
too.
to go weekend two.
Yeah.
I would want to go to
Girl, let's
Coachella.
try to make it happen. Maybe that'll be a treat for ourselves after our first year's like teaching. Like after your first year, let's go to Coachella. But wait, that's over spring break, isn't it?
I don't know, girl.
We'll figure it out. But that
We'll,
would be fun.
we'll make it shake. Spring break 2028.
Right.
To Coachella!
Right? To Coachella we go.
Unless the man upgrades my hardware, then I may not be able to swing it because I may be paying for an event
That is
for
true.
150 of my closest friends.
That is true.
Well, we shall see.
That's true. It'll be in the books.
Could you imagine that's where I have my bachelorette?
I was just gonna say Bachelorette, Coachella.
Cuts to that year and it's just a god awful lineup, and I've dragged everyone out to the desert.
But I would like to go one year.
Yes, that's like one of my
Um,
bucket list things. I do think it's crazy that you said you wanted to go to Burning Man.
I want to go for scientific purposes. I want to see what the tea is. Like, do you have to stay like that whole, like, if I could just go for like a day or two and just see what's really going on.
The cost of admission is like a mortgage, girl.
See, I didn't know that. See, I didn't know that.
It
Um,
pays to be informed, mama.
I was not aware. Um, but it would just be interesting to be like, okay, so what do you do here? What is going on? Like, is it really just like Mad Max Central and y'all are just like musty and tripping the whole time?
If anyone listening has been to Burning Man,
Let us know.
drop us a line
Give us some insight.
because I'm not going, and someone needs to keep Donovan safe if she decides to embark on this.
I mean, if my girls aren't gonna go, I'm not gonna go. I wouldn't go alone.
Ye- I don't know. I don't know what type of plans and machinations you have for you in your life sometimes.
Girl, like I'm not that extreme. Like I like an experience, but I wouldn't go to Burning Man alone. Yeah.
I wouldn't go to Burning Man, period.
Well, that's understandable. But it's just like curiosity. Like I would go out of curiosity. I don't want to like partake.
Surely there is a Vice documentary.
Oh, I'm sure. Didn't they just drop one on Netflix?
I don't know.
I feel like they did.
I'm on
Or
Netflix
on Hulu or
watching.
something.
I am on Netflix watching marriages fall apart.
If it, fair,
Like
fair,
that's what I'm
fair.
doing on
But
Netflix.
I feel like I did see that they dropped a documentary. Maybe I'll watch it, but I still want to like see it with my own eyes, you know?
That's fair.
But I think my diva detention will also be festival related, and it's going to be the people who make these ticket prices.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, the Lollapalooza pre-show and after shows. What do you mean tickets are $500? The last time I went to like an after show at Lolla, I think I paid like $50.
If that.
Right.
If
How
that.
do we get to 500? Capitalism is a disease.
See, because that's how I used to go to Lala without going to Lala,
Mm-hmm.
because all the after shows for the most part are 21 plus.
And the after shows were always lit.
Yep.
Like it was like a full-on concert, even if it was at a smaller venue. Like 9 times out of 10, unless it was like Soundbar where we would go see like, the more EDM or like house
Hmm.
DJs, even like going to Sub T or like, I don't know, a divey kind of venue,
Hmm.
I'd much rather go there and get cheap drinks and a good show.
I agree.
Like, yeah, y'all are crazy with these prices.
I think these prices are exorbitant and I think they're insane. I am furious. I'm furious
Yeah.
because that was like my thing. Like, literally in my early 20s, that's how I would go to Lala without going to Lala. Like, I saw
Mhm.
Valentino Khan and Shaq
Mhm.
by going to a Lala after show. We were at a whipped cream after show together.
Mhm.
Um, I saw the Viagra Boys after show. I've seen quite a few. I've been to quite a
Yeah.
few. God, who the fuck? I went to a Nightmare after show and a Seven Lions after show, and I think a Subtronics after show.
Ooh.
I went through a phase where anytime Subtronics was in Chicago, I did buy those tickets. I didn't care.
I mean, as you should. It's a given.
What was I gonna say? No. Me understands that this is completely voluntary.
Right.
Also, me, basically a gun was held to my head, so how could I not?
Purchase.
Dude, I don't understand because the whole point of Lala after shows was they were cheap.
Mhm.
You were never paying more than $60
When you told me those quarters tickets were $500
for the House of Blues at 10:30 in the morning. Get the fuck out of my face.
and 10:30 in the morning is crazy.
Well, I think their after
Imagine they try
show.
to open up a pit.
I think their after show. Well, it's really a pre-show when you think about it.
Yeah.
I think their after show is all ages though. When
Well,
most
I assumed that's why it was so early in the morning too.
That's probably what I'm thinking, especially
Yeah.
because most of them are. Although I feel like because they're famous, they could get away with it being after hours because they're talent. They're not just like kids,
Yeah.
but most of their fan base are teenagers, and the
Yeah.
bulk of Lala after shows are 21 plus,
Mhm.
which I think we should start making more things like 23, 25 plus.
I agree. I even like when it comes to some of these reunion like concerts and stuff, I'm gonna need it 25 and up.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
I'm sorry, but 25 and up. If you're not 25 or older, sucks to suck.
Get out of here.
Like, come on now.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, girl, can you fucking imagine if One Direction does a reunion?
I if they do a reunion and there are a swarm of teenagers there, you need to leave.
They like at that point,
Y'all weren't even born.
by the time they get around to like a reunion, I feel like that has to be 30 plus. Because let's be real,
That's
they're not getting to it
right.
anytime soon.
No.
It's just not happening anytime soon. Like that needs to be a 30 plus show.
Yeah.
Um, I think bars actually need to start being like 25 plus. Like some of them need to start being 25 plus.
There are a couple bars here that are 25 plus. I Now that I have remembered that, I need to partake because I need to see the vibes. But I've seen a couple bars that are like 25 or up.
Goodnight John Boy is 23 up now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting number. Why did they choose that?
They were trying to find a middle ground between um like 21, the legal drinking age,
Mm-hmm.
and also generally the demographic that comes in there. And 23 was
Fair.
like the median age.
The fact that, not to like throw us out there, but the fact that we're still so far above these these asks for age, it feels great. But also like wow.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean we're so far above the age?
Like if someone was like, "Oh, it's 23 and up," we don't have to worry. If someone was like, "Oh, it's 25 and up," we don't have to worry. Like I'm still getting the club regardless.
How you
On
being far
one
outside the club?
hand,
You can't even get in.
like on one hand, it's crazy, but on the other hand, it's fabulous because it's like exactly.
See, and
Like
that's like my problem now. Kind of speaking of music, but not really. Although dancing,
mhm.
that's got music involved. I wish there were more clubs that were 25 and up
Mhm.
because I feel like people would actually dance in them.
Yeah. Uh yeah.
I've noticed when I go to places like, God fucking forbid you catch me at the Owl, first of all. You may catch me there on occasion, though. I'm sorry to say.
Fair.
Dude, sometimes it's 4 a.m. and I'm in Logan Square and I still want to be outside. Um,
Mhm.
but nobody, whenever I go clubbing these days, unless it's Boys Town, because those gays love to do a little jazz square. They love to dance. Um, if I go to like a hetero club, people are
Mhm.
not moving. I got dragged into
No.
Slippery Slope a couple months ago.
Ooh.
Nobody was dancing.
Mhm.
It was just a bunch of men up on those, like, the sitting,
Mhm.
the like wooden bleachers.
Mhm.
Just a bunch of men standing on those, waiting to get picked, and a bunch
Yeah.
of girls standing awkwardly yelling at each other because you're right in front of the speakers.
And like bent over, drink in hand, like, yeah, girl.
Yeah.
It's wow, what a universal experience.
I don't like going into Slippery Slope. First of all, people who wait in line for Slippery Slope are definitely 21.
Yeah.
If I'm forced to go to that establishment and there is a line, I'm not going.
You know what place I really do like whenever I come visit you guys? Where was that the last place that we went to?
Oh, Easy does it.
Yes.
We gotta
I
go
do
there
love
for
Easy
like
Does It.
the next time you're here in like the summer. We have to go for a happy hour over there.
You know what? That would be fabulous because I feel like every time I've been there, it's always at the end of the night when we're at like peak in a peak state.
Y'all, for reference, the last time me and Donovan were at Easy Does It together, we both ordered drinks. I don't know if you finished yours. I did not finish mine.
I did.
You're so brave.
I did. And I shouldn't have, but I did.
I got halfway through that little Miller High Life and I said, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I have to go.
I feel like every memory I've had of Easy Does It is great, but also why is the room spinning?
No, girl, we gotta go and we have to get the discounted bottles and go sit out on the patio.
Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta do it right.
Yeah, I love Easy Does It. That was a good spot. I just remember almost falling. I think at that point, wait, did you Uber home?
Yeah.
I think it was after you Ubered home and we were walking another one of our friends back to her car.
Mm.
And I just remember Houston catching me And he just goes, "Oh, we gotta go." But I don't remember how. Yeah, girl, it was a time. We had a fabulous time.
That was an excellent night.
It was a great night.
We casually went to like 5 bars, but it was an excellent night.
It was. And then we did like karaoke the next night.
hmm
It was back to back, girl.
hmm
It was back to back.
Yeah, guys, when Donovan and I get together, we're like little party animals.
We are, but it's the right thing to do. It's the only option
I don't think I
because it is a
ever,
celebratory moment.
I don't think I ever drink as heavily as I do when we see each other.
Honestly, same.
Dude, like when we were in Nashville, oh my God.
Oh,
I was waking up feeling unkempt.
yeah. I think was that the first or second night when we went to that like speakeasy moment,
That was the first night.
and then we went to like several other places after. That's when we went to the gay club.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went to like what, three other places?
Yeah, we went to like 2 or 3 little dive bars after that.
Like that. Now, I was very much like, I'm seeing Tweety Bird fly above my head right now.
Dude, I okay, so probably starting us off at the gin bar was not my wisest idea because those drinks were stiff.
They were.
And then right before we left, I then proceeded to get a super dry gin martini
Mhm.
with a
And
twist.
then all the jello shots that the bartender at the next bar was giving us was not helping.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It wasn't helping at all.
Mm-mm. Dude,
It wasn't.
even when I casually met up with you in Houston a couple years ago when you were here for Houston's birthday, because I only was able to see you once while you were
Oh,
here.
that's when we ended up at Blind Barber.
No, that was a different time.
Oh,
That was the year before. We
because that was also a time.
we met up at Little Victory's.
Oh, yeah. Our Caesar salad moment.
hmm
Yes.
And then we were
Yes.
like, we're gonna have a nice chill afternoon, and then we didn't. And then we
Yeah.
didn't at all.
Like you said, every time is, yeah.
Girl.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
That's crazy. I love that for us.
Well, y'all, I think that is a perfect ending to
Yeah.
the story.
Have a good time with your friends. Go to festivals. Listen to good music. And speaking of listening to good things, find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Um, Follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok.
Mhm.
Follow the pod. Follow us. It'll be in the description. Wash your hands. We got another lobotomy to do, so get out.
Bye.
Bye.